Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast.
Shield.com. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, Nathan Wyeth, Octopus Electric Vehicle Leasing, along with leasee Ashley Greenlee. Wow, that's a lot of E's in there.
It certainly
and
is.
I'll get to review the 2024 VW Atlas that's just ahead on this segment of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Chief Engineer David Ainsley, he's not here. He's in bed. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. It's good to be back. We had a week break because last week we didn't know whether we were going to have electricity or not because my power was out here at the studio in the Sugar Shack studios for 4 days after the hurricane blew through here, and I wasn't quite sure whether to wait or not. And Thursday rolled around. I said, we can't wait any longer. We're going to have to do something else. Mars says, let's just run the show that we did from Granbury and the Lone Star Street Rod Association, which we did last weekend. So we're back live with the Saturday show. So thank you very much for joining us today on our live show. If you're listening or watching on a podcast, we thank you very much for doing that. Our live show is streaming live on Saturdays, 8 to 11 a.m. Okay, all that taken care of. Now let's talk to Nathan Wyeth. He's with Octopus EV, part of the Octopus Energy Group, and they offer EV leasing. And so, Wyeth, thanks so much for joining us, sir. Nathan, how are you?
I'm good. My pleasure. Glad to be here.
Thank you
Don,
so much.
Mike, Jeff,
Yeah, well,
great to be live with you. I'm glad you have electricity and on the air.
Yeah, we are too. And I see that we have leasee Ashley Greenlee with us as well. Look at that smile on her face. She is so thrilled to be leasing an Octopus car.
Now,
Yes, I am. Honestly,
So what kind of EV did you lease?
I have a Tesla Model 3 long range, so a fun little car.
Well, that's interesting because my daughter, the youngest, that lives in Denver, she just bought a brand new Model 3 and absolutely loves it. And so all of that's fine, well, and good. But so, Nathan, what is it about Octopus EV that's different from any other leasing company that leases vehicles?
Well, there's a few things that set us apart, starting with the name Octopus. Probably not where you expect to get a car from. But we like to say we have pre-owned electric cars and everything else about us is brand new. So our mission is to make it easier and lower costs for Americans to start driving electric. We think there are millions of Americans today whose daily driving with an electric car can save them money on gas and provide a great ride. And so we make that available in 1 to 4 year lease terms. And like I said, we lease pre-owned electric cars. So we give you a car in great condition. We vetted it. We make sure it's in good, the battery is in good health. And we give it to you for a couple thousand, maybe even $5,000 or $7,000 less than you might pay over the course of a 3-year lease, for example, if you're leasing a new electric car.
So how many miles do these vehicles, these used EVs, typically have?
Yeah, this is one of the most frequent questions we get. We're doing mostly 2, 3, 4-year-old models, and so on average they have 30,000 miles on them. Some vary. We just delivered one with 15,000 miles. Some are a little higher, up to into the 40s. But I think there's something that you may know because you're car guys that many people I think have not yet found out or may discover in the coming years, which is that electric cars drive great after years and after you put a lot of miles on them. Electric motors run smooth. That smooth, silent drive experience just continues year after year.
And I guess that the other question is, how long after you've done, let's just say 30,000 miles on an EV, how much does that take off from the actual brand new battery as opposed to a 30,000 mile battery?
Great question. So what we now are getting more and more data because there's been electric cars on the road for longer and longer. So you actually have the track record to get a good sense of what's going to happen with these cars as they age. And what we've seen, and you can look at some really interesting graphs that Tesla shares going back to Model S's that were, go back to 2014, 10 years old now. And what you see is that in the first year or two, first 10 or 20,000 miles, you see a dip in battery range, a little bit of battery degradation, but then it really smooths out and is very stable for a long time. So you might get down to 95% of your battery range after the first year or two, but then you might drive 200,000 miles on that battery and be at 90% or 88%.
For some reason, the number of 140,000 miles comes to mind, and I don't know where I came up with that. I don't know whether that's the average battery life of an EV. Do you know anything about 140,000?
So most manufacturers put 100,000 miles, give or take, and an 8-year warranty on the electric drivetrain.
Yeah.
But I think we haven't yet seen how long these batteries are going to last because honestly, we just aren't there yet in the maturity of the technology.
So Nathan, where do you get your inventory from for these pre-owned lease for like Ashley's purchase or lease? Where do you get your inventory? Is it from individuals, trade-ins? You buy them from individuals, or are they part of this like a rental car company that maybe gets rid of their inventory?
Great question. So we source from a range of different places. We work with one of the largest dealership groups in the country as our procurement and vehicle ops partner. And so we work with them to look across really the whole landscape. So trade-ins, there may be vehicles coming from the wholesale market. There may be vehicles coming from fleets. The important thing is that we have a really rigorous standard so that a customer can know that they get a car from us that is going to be in great condition. That's certainly on the mechanical side as well as the cosmetic side. So we have high standards on both. But I think, it's also worth considering when you go and buy a pre-owned car, you have to make that choice of whether to buy an extended warranty. With a lease, we actually take a lot of responsibility for the condition of that car. So we guarantee the condition throughout the lease period, and we extend if it goes past the original manufacturer's warranty, we extend that for the life of the lease.
Let me turn to Ashley here for a second. Ashley, what motivated you to go the used route as opposed to buying new? Was it just price?
Honestly, yeah, that was the driving factor, price. Initially, when I was searching to purchase a car, I wanted to go the traditional route, brand new off the lot, go to the dealership, and I found out that the car economy is much different now than it was last time I bought a brand new car.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so the monthly payment, my last monthly payment was only $260. I was looking at brand new cars that $400, $500 a month. So I was just like, I don't want that.
Oh, but honey, you can afford it. Just go ahead.
No, I'd much rather stick to my budget just to be financially responsible. So going the used route was the better choice for me.
So how did you find Octopus of all places that sell used cars?
I know. Honestly, after looking and going to the dealership, having trouble with the whole back and forth deal, even with me being pre-approved,
yeah,
I walked away kind of just
disappointed, discouraged. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
It's
exactly,
very frustrating.
Exactly. So I went online and I searched for leasing companies like, well, maybe I should go that route. Maybe that would be a better fit for me right now. And honestly, a quick Google search, I found Octopus EV and did a little research and found out about them being in the UK, and they had positive reviews over there. So I was like, you know what? What's 3 years?
Well, and that's an interesting note. Did the Octopus name kind of draw you there?
I think it was the fact that it was pink. that drew me. So, yeah.
Wow.
See, we're trying to get into the marketing side of Nathan's thought process here, so that's part of it, I guess. I find it interesting, and first of all, it's a lease. It's not you're not. Can she purchase the car after the lease is over with, Nathan?
Right now, we don't have a buyout option, but we do allow you to bring the car back, and we can start you off on a new lease, and we'll find the next great electric car for you when you're ready.
Yeah, and how does insurance work on the lease? Is it part of the lease?
So there's a lot of things included in the Octopus Electric Vehicles lease, which we hadn't yet touched on. We include all the scheduled maintenance. We send a mobile mechanic to perform that maintenance. And if you live in a home where you get Octopus Energy for your electricity, you actually get free charging. So there's a really interesting bundle.
But wait a minute, stop right there. Do I get Octopus Energy here in Houston, Texas?
You should. But I'll come back to that. To answer your question, insurance is just like a regular personal policy. So I think, Ashley, you went and found the right insurance policy to fit you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, indeed. Honestly, I just transferred with my old insurance company. I just placed Octopus on it, and everything was easy. My rate didn't go up that much. I want to say it went up like $12. So it didn't change my budget too much.
So there's a lot of talk about the infrastructure and charging. What did you have to do anything different, Ashley, for your home, your apartment where you live for charging, or is it something that is just in your area that you're going to just use
you go to a
charging
public charging facility?
So both. I do live in an apartment complex that has EV charging. Octopus EV, they provided me with a little nozzle that I can just attach to it so I can charge it at home. Or I do live in an area where a lot of the HEBs, and there are quite a few superchargers near me. So even when those spots at my apartment complex are full, I can just go 1.5 miles up the street and I can charge my car.
You said HEB, so you're in Texas. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Houston,
Okay,
Texas.
very nice. Okay, Nathan, sorry to interrupt. I had to ask that question.
Yeah. No, it's a great question. People wonder, am I ready for an electric car? Is an electric car ready for my life? We look at it this way. It's a new technology. It's going to work for some people today and more people in the future. But today, there's really two big boxes to check. And if you can check these boxes, then it could probably work really well for you. So one box is, do you have a place at home where you can park the car and charge it overnight? So if you have a driveway or a garage, the answer is yes. Or if you live in an apartment building like Ashley, where there's a charger installed, the answer is yes. The second box is, do you have electricity at your house? And pretty much everybody does. So if you have that, it can be a great daily driver, and it'll get easier and easier to go on long drives, long road trips in the years to come.
So, Nathan, what kind of area are you in Houston as well? Did I understand y'all are in Houston now?
Yep.
Right.
Yep. We're based in Houston.
How big of an area? I'm 100 miles outside of Houston. How big of an area do you cover?
So within the Metro Houston area, we will, when you place an order for a lease with us, we'll bring the car to you. I think we'd have to look at the map and see if we could bring it all the way out to you. We're also happy to have you pick it up, or if you're further away in Dallas or Austin, we'll ship it to you.
The reason I'm asking is I'm thinking somebody like Ashley, a young lady, she's got to deal with cars like oil changes, things like that, but it sounds like you take care of all that for her.
Well, there's no oil changes in an electric car.
I know, but I mean, for
I just had to zoom you a little bit there, Mars.
There's still fluids and stuff in there. So, but anyway, the regular maintenance, it sounds like they take care of the regular scheduled maintenance, so she doesn't have to deal with that. And I'm thinking, I got granddaughters that are driving now, and I'm thinking, there might be some advantages to this.
Do you take care of the tires too?
That is also included. So the scheduled maintenance, as I mentioned, we have a mobile mechanic service that'll come and do the fluids, check the brakes, do a full inspection every 7,500 miles or so. Anywhere that mobile service is available, we can provide that. In Houston, Dallas, Austin, other cities, and then that package also includes tires when wear and tear means it's time to be replaced. So if you've bought new tires recently, that adds up.
Yep.
Yeah, to say the least. So how many leases do you have out there right now, Nathan?
We have, so globally, Octopus, you mentioned we're part of the Octopus Energy Group. So globally, we have 20,000 EVs leased out to drivers in different parts of the world. We launched here in Texas in January, and we've been kind of building up. You can see on our website, octopusev.us, we've got about a dozen of our customers, their smiling faces and testimonials. And we're doing, I think we delivered 2-3 cars just about every day this past week. So we're picking up speed. And I think it's a great time for people who, like I said, if you've got a driveway or a garage, if you've got a long commute, if you're tired of paying for gas and car maintenance and all that, check us out. And I think the monthly payment that includes all those features is going to be lower than you think. You can see it right on our website. No playing games with the prices. It's all there for you.
Now, Ashley, let me just go ahead and speak for Nathan. Just because of your appearance on today's program of the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show, he's going to give you at least 2 or 3 months free, no charge, and he's going to pay for the electricity, all of that. Look at the smile on her face.
Hey, gold. Gold.
And the smile on your face, too, going, oh,
Thank
no,
you,
I'm
Nathan.
not.
Thank you for doing that for me.
Yeah. Aren't you glad that you got onto the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show?
We're on 50 countries. So.
Yeah, 50 countries.
Well, we're glad to be here. Yeah, well, it's a pleasure to be here, and anytime you want us back, we can talk more about the technical details of electric cars or this free charging offer I mentioned. So Octopus Energy is an electricity provider here in Texas, and if you combine the car and the electricity, you get this.
Well, I
unique
think that what you really need to consider now is taking over the entire network of power cable,
infrastructure.
and buy out CenterPoint Energy. I'm sure you'd do very well.
We wish CenterPoint the best of luck.
Exactly, Ashley. It's a joy to talk to you and to get your story on Octopus and your new Model 3 lease. How old is your car?
My car is 2 years old.
2 years old, so you got basically a brand new one. And and how many miles did it have on it when you bought it?
It had
leased it?
around 31.5.
Perfect. It's,
average, yeah.
Like we used to say back in the day, you just got it broke in good. That's all.
Exactly.
Well, thank you both, Nathan and Ashley. We sure appreciate you guys joining us this morning. Best of luck to you, Ashley, and Nathan. Best of luck to you too on your new venture.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all take care and let's stay in touch.
Yeah.
Right, bye.
Thank you.
Thank y'all. That was interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to remind everybody that the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. And a new daily podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider. We also video stream a live 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will continue right after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org.
Hey, thanks for joining us today on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. If you'd ever like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. Time now for Inside Jeff Zekin's Mind.
Oh, boy.
Close the door. Let's talk about glass this time.
Well, if you can see clearly now, you can see me. But for early automobiles, a windshield was an add-on option. Didn't know that. So for an extra $100, you could get a windshield mic, speedometer, and headlights.
Ooh.
Yeah, it wasn't until 1915 when Oldsmobile was the first company to provide a windshield as standard equipment. Other manufacturers followed right after that. But out of practical reasons, they put the windshield there because of debris. So let's go back to 1903, Don.
I remember it well.
French chemist Edouard Benedictus stumbled upon an invention entirely by accident.
Man's name was Benedictus?
Yes, that was his last name. The story goes that him and his laboratory assistant were working on a project, and the assistant failed to clean a glass jar which had like a clear cellulose nitrate in it. Now, what had happened was they put it up on the shelf. Benedictus actually knocked the glass off the shelf, but when it hit the ground, it cracked. It didn't break in a lot of pieces. So he said, something's going on there. So he was working on that, trying to perfect it to make this glass sustainable. But in the meantime, a young man by the name of John C. Wood was in Great Britain working on basically the same thing, Mike. He originally started with tree resin, but later switched to cellulose. And then what they would do is they would sandwich this into the pieces of plate glass in between it.
Can't back up.
Sandwich it into the plate glass. So nothing like a good sandwich there. So in 1909, Benedictus got his patent on it. And shortly after that, Mr. Wood got his patent on it, and then in the 20s, laminate glass started becoming the norm in the vehicles for the windshields, Michael. So right around the 20s, a company by the name of Pittsburgh Plate and Glass, which is PPG, developed an economical way to produce the glass. And what they would do is they would take the molten glass, feed it through cooled rollers, and then pull it up 4 stories in a building to make it harden. PPG introduced their own version of safety glass named Duplate. And then in 1937, the federal regulation said, okay, now everybody's got to have plated glass. No more of this other nonsense that they're working with. So tempered was windshield applications, and it's also in architectural stuff today. PPG still makes the glass. They're leaders in automotive glass. And then it's National Traffic Highway Safety Board were the ones that actually instituted this. So that is a little bit about how we get it. I don't know what he's doing.
I know.
I was trying to read your script sideways, and I got off track, and I couldn't back up.
Well,
Keep going.
Right. Keep going. There you go.
There you go.
That's how they roll it out, and then they put it up in the machine, and it takes it up 4 stories, and there's a little bit of the plant there. Kind of messy, and those are the safety glass logos. There you go.
Thank
My
you.
bad. Sorry.
That's all right.
I thought, why
You're
are
good,
we
Michael.
hanging on the broken glass?
Well, I
No,
kept
no.
thinking we need to go back to that first one, and I just
No.
I couldn't back up.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I get for thinking.
Time now for this hour's car review. 2024 Volkswagen Atlas. This is their big SUV. Comes in these trim levels: SE, SE with Tech, SEL, SEL Premium, and R-Line. I had the SE. This is called a small SUV. We're going to call it a midsize, all right?
Okay.
Seats 7, because it's a 3-row. Exterior changes, all new in 2018, and lots of updates for 2024. Horizontal grille element with some trim levels, faux lower skid plate treatment, pronounced wheel well bulges on this vehicle. The fake dual exhaust ports in the back end, and attractive rear lighting as well. Got some good-looking wheels, too. Mm-hmm. And they're not all the brushed metal. Some of them. See, there's one that's got a different kind of grille. That's the R, which is the hot rod version, if you will. We didn't have that. We had the SE. What I liked about it, the overall attractive look and stance. What could use improvement? Nothing. Interior highlights. Roomy for a 3-row. And I rarely see that because most of the time these manufacturers cram the 3rd row into the back and there's really no leg room.
Yep.
This one actually does. It has leg room back there. Quality materials with attractive design elements in the interior. Handy storage under the center console. It's got a little pass-through area so the ladies can put their purse under there, whatever you'd like to. Easy-to-use infotainment system and a thumb finger shifter. I don't know how else to do it. It's a thumb and finger shifter that you kind of move back and forth.
Oh, darn.
Maybe it's in this video. I don't know. But it's different, and it works well. I like it. What I liked about the vehicle, the interior, I like the overall comfort
There's
level.
the thumb
there.
and
There's there you go, right there. What could use improvement? The fuel gauge is too small. Now, you can blame it on my old tired eyes, but I still think it's too small. It's too hard to read. And you can't tell when you got a half a tank.
Oh.
It just doesn't do it for me. So VW, go back to school on the fuel gauge, would you? 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged motor that turns out 269 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. 8-speed automatic transmission with a tow rating of 5,000 pounds. Gets 20 miles per gallon in the city and 27 on the highway for a combined of 23. Not bad. I got 19.8 over 310 miles. What I liked about it, gets you on the freeway just fine. What could use improvement? It has this odd sound from under the hood that kind of goes like this.
Okay.
I don't understand what it's from.
Did you cough after that?
Were you sleeping?
No, seriously. So you step on the accelerator pedal and it goes, and then you let off the accelerator pedal or then they go. Well, I don't know what is that?
Don't know.
I don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
Oh, we can make up some stuff.
I know. I think we will.
I knew a guy one time. He was a disc jockey, and he was a heavy set kind of guy. And I didn't actually go into the studio. He had the studio door open. I just walked past it, but I could hear him in there breathing, going.
So you thought of this guy, did you?
But I thought of this guy because that's what it comes out under the hood. I don't understand. Anyway, I love the car-like ride of this. What could use improvement? Nothing other than the breathing. Base trim price, $37,995. Prices tested, $39,075. Base price, $37,995.
Okay.
All of the stuff is included in the price. I like that. Competitors for a 3-row now, okay? 3-row vehicle. All are Asian. Kia Telluride, $35,990. Toyota Grand Highlander, $43,320. And the Honda Pilot, $37,090.
Maybe it was the Darth Vader version.
Maybe it was. I didn't know.
I am your Volkswagen.
Oh, gosh.
Let's redo that review.
No, I'm not going to read. They'll have to figure that one out themselves. Today's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is sponsored by the group of original Lupi Tortilla restaurants in Houston, Beaumont, and College Station. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, and Pro-Am Auto Accessories. We continue with our show after this quick break.
Pro-Am
The
Auto
original
Accessories
group of
Lupi
Sorry, I
Tortilla
didn't mean
restaurants
to-
will have you
Got
telling
it.
your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Lupi Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupi Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupi Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupi Tortilla Katie's another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupi's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupi Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana, the Lupi Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.